Hey, today I'm talking about the Royal Hotel. This is an Australian film starring Julia Garner and Jessica Henwick, and it also features Hugo Weaving in a practically unrecognizable role. This is based off of a documentary of a similar name, and the basic premise is this is set in the outback in a tiny rural bar, and this bar is a little peculiar because it has this arrangement where foreigners come in to work at the bar for like 3 to 4 month stints, and then they cycle out and new foreigners come in, and it's really interesting. It has very strong promising young woman vibes in a good way. It's really just these two young women dealing with all of these terrible people, but also they're terrible too. There's only just like a couple things that didn't quite work for me. One is that they left the backstory for the two main women very vague, and that's intentional, but I dislike that in general, and especially here because one of the lessons I learned in 10th grade English class was if you're just leaving your characters blank to be universal, they're just blank. But really what people connect with is specific things. People can still find themselves in something that's not them. So yeah, I just wish there was a bit more fleshing out of the characters and they weren't just a canvas. The second thing is, I'm not a huge fan of movie adaptations that are already a movie. Like, yeah, a documentary is different and people don't really watch documentaries as much, but it's like, it's already a movie. To me, it makes it feel like you're like, oh, here's this really good thing, but I can do it better. It always gives me a weird feeling. Even with those complaints though, this is definitely a very well-made film, well acted. The stories were very interesting and compelling. Hugo Weaving's definitely a highlight of the film. It's totally worth a watch. I would definitely recommend it. It's just like a couple things just kind of put it down a few spots. So yeah, pretty good. Totally recommend. And now for my ranking. I put this at number 34 in the quite like section. And this is a total of 60 new movies so far this year.